are going to send me to China.
And one of your favorite classic movies each week at a selected United Artists Theater. Spectacular films with larger-than-life stars like John Wayne and Marilyn Monroe, Jimmy Stewart and Audrey Hepburn back on the big screen. I'll be there, too, sharing behind-the-scenes stories about the movies and stars, just as I do every day on American Movie Classics. So if you like classic movies, join us for the magic of the Big Screen series, brought to you exclusively by United Artists Theaters, American Movie Classics.
Hear the untold stories of Hollywood's golden age from the people who lived it.
Gable looked over like this, and he said, "Hello, how are you? I'm Clark Gable." She said, "Name dropper."
The cameras are pulled back and stories are pouring forth. No host to interrupt, no outsiders to interfere. It's Hollywood like you've never seen it before.
Training I got with Goldwyn was absolutely wonderful.
Don't miss this exclusive original series, Unscripted Hollywood. Friday on AMC.
Continuing our William Holden birthday tribute, today we're going to show you Billy Wilder's Stalag 17. And you have to wonder how a picture like this ever got made in the first place. This doesn't seem to be a topic that your average movie executive would greenlight. This film is about a Nazi POW camp. Yes, there are some very serious dramatic elements in it. There's also a heavy dose of comedy, even though on the surface it would hardly seem appropriate. Now, not only did Stalag 17 get made, it was a very successful film. Undoubtedly, the great cast had something to do with that. Stalag 17 stars William Holden, Otto Preminger, Don Taylor. Really fine group of character actors, too. Like so many of Billy Wilder's films, Stalag 17 is a combination of great spicy writing and very strong performances. William Holden won the Best Actor Academy Award for his portrayal of the cynical Sergeant Sefton, and it was a role that elevated him to the upper rank of leading men in the industry. Holden was sort of one of those fairy tale Hollywood discoveries. He was actually spotted in a student production at Pasadena Junior College by a Paramount talent scout. He was immediately signed to a contract. After appearing as an extra in a film called Prison Farm, he had a bit part in that wonderful old W.C. Fields film, $1 Million Legs, and the fairy tale continued as he became a star in his very first leading role. Though he claimed to owe his success in Golden Boy to his co-star, Barbara Stanwyck, there was just no mistaking Holden's own impact in that film. Over the years, he's played in a number of just wonderful pictures. Born Yesterday, Bridge on the River Kwai, The Wild Bunch, Network, Picnic. But perhaps he is best known for his performance in another great Billy Wilder picture. He was Norma Desmond's gigolo, as you'll remember, in Sunset Boulevard. Now let's take a look at William Holden and the rest of that wonderful cast. And if I can suggest, for those of you who have not seen this before, keep your eye on a chess piece. This is Billy Wilder's Stalag 17. Now, you know what I meant about the chess piece, huh? There you have it. A Billy Wilder picture. Great writing, great performances, great entertainment. Jack Lemmon, who, of course, should know about great directors, said, "I've had directors who were marvelous at breaking scenes down and handling people. But when you would string all the pearls together, they wouldn't make a beautiful necklace. But Billy is the kind of picture maker who can make a beautiful string of pearls. He makes the kind of movies that are classics and last forever." I just think of the pictures this great writer-director made. Double Indemnity, The Lost Weekend, Witness for the Prosecution, The Apartment, Irma la Douce. He made comedies, made dramas, he made film noir. Wilder could make us giddy with laughter and move us to tears, sometimes in the same picture, like this one. He could also make human frailty seem sublimely ridiculous, like Some Like It Hot, and profoundly tragic in Sunset Boulevard. Writer, director, producer, Billy Wilder, one of Hollywood's most irascible men and one of its greatest talents. Now watch this.
Next on AMC, William Holden and Joan Caulfield find love with the help of a precocious little sister in the fun-filled comedy Dear Ruth, next on AMC.
A toast to Harry. And me, he proved the bravest of the Faversham. To Harry.
AMC presents an epic adventure, a story of honor.
In England, 4 people gave me a white feather apiece. They've got to take them back.
Of time-honored tradition.
War was war in those days. And men were men. No room for weaklings.
And of one man's heroic courage.
They're lowering the flag. Surrendering. Holding up a white one. It isn't white, sir. It's ours.
John Clements, Ralph Richardson, and C. Aubrey Smith star in one of the finest war epics ever made. Alexander Korda's The Four Feathers. Tuesday on AMC.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Cooney. You can be part of the Big Screen series presented by United Artists Theaters and American Movie Classics. If you live in one of these cities, we'll be showing one of your favorite classic movies each week at a selected United Artists Theater. Spectacular films with larger-than-life stars like John Wayne and Marilyn Monroe, Jimmy Stewart and Audrey Hepburn back on the big screen. I'll be there, too, sharing behind-the-scenes stories about the movies and stars, just as I do every day on American Movie Classics. So if you like classic movies, join us for the magic of the Big Screen series, brought to you exclusively by United Artists Theaters and American Movie Classics.
The American West, a place of beauty, a time of danger, where men preferred action over words.
Get on your horse.
The lawman's code was simple,
If you're going to shoot, you shoot to kill.
and every day was high noon.
Get your gun. I'll meet you in the street in 5 minutes.
The legends of the American West are many. And now, their stories can be told.
So you're the famous Wyatt Earp.
Saddle up with American Movie Classics and the biggest stars in the western sky for Cowboy Classics. Next time on Cowboy Classics, Ray Milland and Barbara Stanwyck are striking out for gold. It's a colorful look at the early days of California on the next Cowboy Classics, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, only on AMC.
You don't believe in the sanctity of divorce, do you?
It's all right for people who've never been married.
Well, life is no fun if you play it safe. For us, it will be gay and mad and romantic.
And illegitimate.
Yes, it's the hilarious story of a lady who was only slightly married and 2 guys who were only slightly gentlemen. See Claudette Colbert, MacDonald Carey, and Zachary Scott knock the eternal triangle slightly out of shape. See blonde Marilyn Monroe, Miss Cheesecake herself, and beautiful Barbara Bates fight it out to the last dimple. Who cares if it's legal, as long as it's fun?
I'm just glad I divorced you before I found out what a heel you really were.
You're the most exciting, the most desirable woman I've ever known.
Well, you're an expert on women. I suppose you think he wouldn't marry me.
Not even if you drugged him.
No, you don't think I could do it.
I'll lay 20 to 1 against.
You're on.
I thought you didn't approve of gambling.
This'll be a pleasure.
Watch for Let's Make It Legal, premiering Tuesday, April 18th, 1:05 p.m. Eastern, only on AMC.
Washington becomes a film capital as Mrs. Roosevelt greets stars and stars. The Hollywood troupe is touring the nation for the Army and Navy Relief Society. Tea is on the house, the White House, and the big-name performers take it in stride. First performance and official Washington attends Admiral Hepburn, the First Lady, the Leon Hendersons and Mariner Eccles, Navy Secretary Knox, an impressive premiere. Then on to Boston rolls the Victory Caravan. A jam-packed audience applauds Charlotte Greenwood and many others. We let you see them briefly. You can also hear them by contributing the price of admission if your city is on the Victory Caravan schedule. Joan Blondell adds her talents to the big relief show. It's a rather fast act, so you'd better look quick.
The golden age of Hollywood. There's never been anything like it before or since. It was a time when stars were larger than life, and the films spun their magic up on the silver screen. When opening nights were truly opulent, and movie palaces were truly palatial. It was a glamorous era of big studios, adoring fans, and intriguing behind-the-scenes stories. You can still experience these legendary times in American Movie Classics magazine. Each fascinating issue features stories of Hollywood's biggest stars. You get an in-depth look at their lives, their loves, their roles, their careers, as well as spectacular rare photos. And you'll never have to search for a classic movie again, because AMC's program listings are included too, with descriptions of every classic movie and original production. Each issue also brings you Movie Palace Memories, a special look at America's majestic theaters. Plus, AMC host Bob Dorian shares the inside stories of each month's featured movies. There's even a column where you can write to Bob with your movie questions. To order AMC magazine and save 50% off the cover price, call 1-800-535-7700. Use your Visa or MasterCard, or send a check or money order for $12.95 to this address. American Movie Classics magazine, where the golden age of Hollywood lives on. This week on AMC's Superstar Sunday, it's a blue-eyed double feature with Frank Sinatra.
Let's do it. Let's fall in love.
First, Frank's a lawyer and ladies' man, and Gay Paris may never be the same in Cole Porter's infamous Can Can. Then,
we got just 3 seconds to nail the president.
Sinatra shows his bad side as a would-be presidential assassin in the white-knuckle thriller, Suddenly. It's a Frank Sinatra double feature on AMC's next Superstar Sunday, starting at 3 Eastern, only on AMC.
On May 6th, American Movie Classics presents a world premiere event, one that could make a difference in the lives of children around the world. Here's her friend and admirer, Kathy Lee Gifford, to explain how you can help.
I'm sure the world remembers Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly or Eliza Doolittle. Everyone has their favorite Audrey Hepburn character. But only a handful of us knew of another role that she played, a role she considered the most important one of her life, helping children in need.